Hello, friends! At PlacePulse, we love exploring new places and celebrating the freedom to travel. But let's face it, Americans don't always have the best reputation globally. Whether it's due to meddling in international affairs or tourists behaving badly, American issues often grab the headlines. Today, we're diving into the top 10 countries where Americans aren't likely to get a warm welcome from the people, the government, or both. Buckle up, because this journey is all about those notoriously tough places for U.S. passport holders to access. Got it? Good. Let's take a look. First of all, we have Venezuela. Our journey starts in Venezuela, a country renowned for its breathtaking landscapes, spanning from the Andes Mountains to the Caribbean coastline. However, Venezuela has faced profound political and economic upheaval in recent years. The U.S. Department of State strongly advises against all travel to Venezuela due to rampant crime, civil unrest, inadequate healthcare facilities, then we have the heightened risks of kidnapping and arbitrary detention of U.S. citizens. For American travelers, obtaining a visa to Venezuela is exceptionally challenging. Diplomatic relations between the U.S. and Venezuela soured in 2019, leading to the closure of Venezuelan consulates in the U.S. To secure a visa, Americans must apply through a Venezuelan embassy in a third country, a cumbersome and uncertain process. While Venezuela boasts attractions like the mesmerizing Angel Falls and the pristine Las Rocas archipelago, the current volatile situation makes it a perilous destination for U.S. travelers seeking adventure in South America. Turkmenistan, known for its rich Silk Road history and surreal landscapes, presents unique challenges for American travelers. The U.S. has limited diplomatic relations with Turkmenistan, focusing on human rights issues and democratic reforms. The country's stringent visa policies, rooted in its Soviet-era governance and current autocratic rule, make it notoriously difficult for foreigners to visit. Obtaining a visa to Turkmenistan requires a letter of invitation and approval from Turkmen authorities, a process often mired in bureaucratic delays and uncertainty. Independent travel is virtually non-existent, with most tourists required to book guided tours through state-approved agencies for the entire duration of their stay. Despite these challenges, Turkmenistan offers attractions like the ancient city of Merv, the Door to Hell crater, and the capital Ashgabat's futuristic architecture. However, these wonders are accessible only to those willing to navigate the country's strict travel regulations. Then we have Syria. Syria, once a cradle of civilization with its ancient cities and historical treasures, has been ravaged by the prolonged civil war since 2011. The U.S. Department of State strongly advises against all travel to Syria due to terrorism, civil unrest, and ongoing armed conflict. Diplomatic relations between the U.S. and Syria have deteriorated significantly, further complicating travel for American citizens. Securing a visa to Syria as an American is exceptionally challenging. The Syrian embassy in Washington, D.C. ceased operations in 2014, making visa applications virtually impossible from the U.S. American travelers must apply through a third country with functioning Syrian diplomatic missions, a process fraught with bureaucratic hurdles and lengthy processing times. Despite Syria's unparalleled historical sites, such as the ancient city of Damascus, the cultural hub of Aleppo, and the majestic ruins of Palmyra, ongoing conflict and humanitarian crises make it one of the most perilous destinations in the world. Moving on to Libya, a country steeped in ancient history but plagued by ongoing conflict and instability since the 2011 civil war. The U.S. Department of State warns against all travel to Libya due to pervasive terrorism, kidnapping risks, and the prevalence of armed conflict. Diplomatic relations between the U.S. and Libya remain strained, complicating visa issuance for American tourists. Obtaining a tourist visa for Libya as an American is exceedingly complex. Visa processing has been suspended due to the country's unstable security situation and limited diplomatic engagement with the U.S. Even in more stable times, obtaining a visa required a detailed application process through Libyan authorities, often involving lengthy delays and uncertain outcomes. Then we have Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, undergoing rapid cultural and economic transformations, has recently opened its doors to tourism with a new tourist visa. However, The kingdom's strict Islamic laws and conservative social norms pose significant challenges for American travelers. While obtaining a tourist visa is now possible through an online application, adherence to local customs, especially regarding dress codes and gender segregation, is essential. Women travelers, in particular, face restrictions, with those under 25 requiring a male guardian's accompaniment. Despite reforms, cultural sensitivity and respect for Saudi traditions are crucial. Saudi Arabia boasts UNESCO World Heritage sites like Diriyah and Al-Hijr, as well as modern marvels such as the futuristic city of Neom. American travelers must navigate these complexities carefully to appreciate the kingdom's rich history and evolving landscape. Then we have Eritrea, located on the Horn of Africa, is often referred to as the North Korea of Africa due to its reclusive policies and strained relations with the U.S. The country's human rights record and restrictions on freedom of movement make it a challenging destination for American travelers. Securing a tourist visa for Eritrea as an American is notoriously difficult, with approvals often arbitrary and subject to lengthy processing times. Travel outside the capital, Asmara, requires additional permits, limiting exploration to government-approved tourist areas. Despite these challenges, Eritrea offers unique attractions, such as the Art Deco architecture of Asmara and the pristine beaches of the Dahlak archipelago. However, potential travelers must weigh these cultural and natural wonders against the country's restrictive travel policies. Then we have Cuba, known for its revolutionary history, vibrant culture, and Caribbean charm, remains a complex destination for American travelers due to the ongoing U.S. embargo. While travel is permitted under specific categories, such as family visits or educational activities, obtaining a Cuban tourist card or visa is necessary. American travelers must navigate these categories carefully, ensuring compliance with U.S. regulations and Cuban requirements. Attractions like Havana's Old Town, Trinidad's colonial architecture, and the scenic landscapes of Viñales Valley offer rich cultural experiences amidst the complexities of U.S.-Cuba relations. Despite recent political changes, including the re-establishment of diplomatic relations, Cuba's allure remains tempered by travel restrictions that shape the experience for American visitors. Then we have Bhutan, nestled in the Himalayas, practices a unique, high-value, low-impact tourism policy to preserve its pristine environment and distinct culture. American travelers must pay a daily fee covering accommodation, meals, transportation, and a licensed guide. Despite the cost, this policy ensures sustainable tourism practices and contributes to Bhutan's socio-economic development. Attractions like the Paro Taksong Monastery, Punakha Dzong, and the serene landscapes of the Ha Valley offer unparalleled cultural and natural experiences. However, the limited number of tourists allowed each year and strict regulations on independent travel make Bhutan a destination that requires meticulous planning and respect for local customs. Relations: Cuba's allure remains tempered by travel restrictions that shape the experience for American visitors. Then we have Iran, renowned for its ancient cities, Persian heritage, and warm hospitality, presents both cultural richness and diplomatic challenges for American travelers. Since the 1979 revolution, U.S. citizens can only visit Iran through guided tours with approved itineraries. Independent travel in Iran is prohibited for Americans, and obtaining a visa requires a detailed application process through Iranian authorities. Attractions like the ancient ruins of Persepolis, the stunning mosques of Isfahan, and the bustling bazaars of Tehran offer glimpses into Iran's diverse cultural tapestry. Despite recent diplomatic tensions and U.S. sanctions, Iran's historical and architectural wonders continue to attract adventurous travelers willing to navigate its complex political landscape. Relations: Cuba's allure remains tempered by travel restrictions that shape the experience for American visitors. Then we have North Korea, officially the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, DPRK, tops our list as the most challenging destination for American travelers. Known for its isolationist policies and stringent control over tourism, North Korea presents significant hurdles for U.S. citizens. American travelers to North Korea require special validation passports issued by the U.S. Department of State under strict circumstances like journalism or humanitarian work. Traveling independently is prohibited, with all visits conducted through government-approved tours. Despite these restrictions, North Korea offers cultural sites such as Pyongyang's Juche Tower, the Demilitarized Zone, DMZ, and glimpses into its socialist regime. However, potential travelers must consider the ethical and safety implications of visiting a country under international scrutiny and diplomatic tensions. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the top 10 countries where Americans face significant travel challenges in 2024. If you found this video informative, remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more travel updates. Share your thoughts on these destinations in the comments below. Until next time, safe travels and happy exploring.